Well, hey guys, we are still working on the anatomy of the family, but before I go any farther, I need you to do me a favor, like, subscribe, follow, and share. I'm not just up here to be talking. I need y'all to follow, engage, and let us see what we can build together. All right? So let's get into our tips for the day. Today, I want to talk about 10 red flags to watch for in dating. All right, number one, they're inconsistent. Okay? They say one thing and they're going to do another. They do not have good follow through with their actions. That's something that you want to look for and know that it's not a yellow flag. That's a red flag. Let me tell you why. If you're inconsistent with me before we get married, if I marry you, you're going to still be inconsistent, and that's going to get on your nerves. So make sure that you're looking for that red flag. If they say one thing and do another thing, you might want to tip out. That's a red flag. All right, let's talk about love bombing. All right. Listen, you can come into a relationship and really, really like somebody. That's cool. But love bombing is different. It's excessive. It's overly. Oh, you're so beautiful. Oh, I just love what you do. I love how you talk. Oh, I love how you sing. Oh, I love how you look. Oh, I love your hair. Everything is I love. Listen, sometimes that's not just somebody that's obsessed. That's somebody that wants to gain control of you. And they're using that to pull you in. So let's stop the love bombing and be like, thank you so much. But let's talk about something different. That way, you can actually see what's behind that love bomb that they're trying to distract you from. All right, number 3, they do not respect your no, okay? I'm a person that has been abstinent 14 years. I've been abstinent for a reason for 14 years. I want to be with my husband on my wedding night. That's what I desire. That's what I'm waiting for, right? But you get involved with somebody and they don't respect your boundaries. You're saying, hey, I don't want to do all that. Oh, no, I don't want to do all that. Oh, well, you can do that. I'll never forget this guy told me one time. He said, I know that you're waiting to get married before you have relations. He said, but just in case it does happen, we can get down on the floor and ask God to forgive us afterwards. Buddy, if I got to be doing all that, I don't need to do it in the first place. So watch for people that don't care about your boundaries and disrespect your no. All right, so let's talk about people that have poor communication skills. Let me tell you something. That is 98% of a relationship. We're communicating. We are expressing ourselves in our relationship, right? So if you're in the dating phase and he cannot communicate, let me explain what that looks like. He just ghosts you all the time. That you got dry texting. He can't express himself how he feels. You're gonna find yourself always frustrated because you need to have hard conversations and he can't handle it. Or she can't handle it. They collapse under pressure. So if they're poor communicators, that doesn't mean immediately that you need to dismiss them. But understand this. It's different when you're living in different houses and you're frustrated over it than to be in the same house with someone that don't communicate with you at all. So recognize the red flag. Now, if it's something that you can talk about it with them and see if they can straighten up that behavior, that may work. But you may need to hit the road because after a while, not being able to communicate will break up a happy home. Number 5, speak negatively about their ex. She was crazy. That's why I had to let her go. And she was crazy. And she was crazy. And that one, and then you got the one, he's so controlling. And then he always thought he was better than me. And baby, right there. Let me tell you something. People get mad at me. They're like, Chanel, you're a friend with your exes? Let me tell you something. You're my ex for a reason. You are no longer my problem. I do not have to worry about that. Okay? I don't have to worry about where they're going. I don't have to worry about any of that because that's your problem. But so I don't waste my time. Now, if something has happened and you have traumatized me, there may be a moment where it's like, I went through hell with that, but I'm feeling better. So be careful about those people that are always dogging out their ex and unable to take responsibility for their own part in the relationship breaking up. Because trust me, when you get to the bottom of it, they probably was the reason the relationship didn't work in the first place. So yeah, if you see them talking about she's so toxic, they're the one that was probably toxic. They are probably the one that was being manipulative and just going out of their way to degrade them and break them down. That's not a good sign. That's a red flag. Number 6, let's talk about those people that never take accountability for anything. I started talking about it in the last section, but let's talk about it a little bit deeper. Listen, there are so many people that, don't like to look at themselves. Let me give you an example. My eyes are pointing this way. right? So it's easier for me to look at people that are in front of me. Why? Because my eyes are pointing that way. My eyes aren't pointing back at me. So a lot of times we miss stuff and we're not willing to take accountability for nothing. But let me tell you something. It's a real woman or a real man that can stand up and say, you know what? I messed that up. I did have something that was pretty good. I did. And I'm the one that messed that up. What are you doing? You're taking accountability, but it also showing I took accountability of it so I could change. I'm not that person anymore. So if they're not willing to take accountability for their own actions, they're not going to do it with you either. And baby, you need to hit the road. All right. Number 7, let's talk about the person that you never know what you are. And you got to ask, hey, we've been dating for some time, maybe 6 months. What are we? Are we friends? Are we, exclusive with each other? Are we in a relationship? Where are we moving? If you got to ask somebody where you are nowhere. You are nowhere in that person's vicinity, in their mind space. Listen, there are so many people that have come to me and was like, oh, you didn't know I liked you? No, not whatsoever. You weren't in my mind space. You weren't anything because I didn't know that. So you know what you have to do? You have to get an understanding with somebody. And if they have a problem, why are you always asking me what we are? Because you're taking up space, buddy. There's somebody else that wants to take your place. And until I can get you to say what we is, I'm going to excommunicate my own self. Okay? I'm just going to cut it out. You ain't got to make no decision. Okay? I made it for you. So be careful for those that you always have to ask, what are we? Number 8, they lack vision and direction. Child, they don't know what they want to do. They don't know where they want to be. They are just out here. They just a mess. It's hard when I am a woman and I'm a strong woman. Okay. I'm not going to go through all that independent alpha mess. That's foolishness. I am just a strong woman. I had to be. I was trained to be by my father before he passed. But as I got older, a lot of the things began to change. And what I began to realize is that I am a born leader. I have a direction for my life and I'm working on it forever. I'm always working on making sure that my vision passed. But it's hard when you meet somebody that don't have vision. I can't date somebody that's lazy. I can't. If you want to did y'all see that? If you want to irk my nerve, I mean, pluck the nerve. Down my neck. Oh, neck. Just plucking and throbbing. Because I'm irritated. Because if I got to be the man in the relationship, I'll never respect you. So, child, that's a red flag. If they talking about at the age of 50 that they want to start a rap career and they can't put a sentence together, run. Baby, run. Number 9, let's talk about that controlling person that's always trying to isolate you from your family. There's a lot of women that do that too. There are a lot of women that get with these men and they are trying to get them away from their family because they want to spend up all their money, and they're trying to get them away from their children because their children going to be like, what you not going to do is be doing that to my mama, right? Trying to keep you all out the business. So they get you to get that person to be mad at you, So you have to be able to spot somebody that's trying to get you away from people. Why? They're trying to get you away from them because they make you strong. They're going to keep you accountable and just say, hey, you worth more than that. So they're going to try to isolate you from that person. And the reason they're going to do that, there's a couple of reasons. Number 1, they want to control you. Number 2, not only will you be under control, but you're going to be dominated in ways that you will never understand. And the last one, some of them are very abusive because they want to beat the living daylights out of you and make sure there ain't nobody in your corner for you to tell. And that way you're specifically just for them. Number 10, don't shoo off your intuition. If you meet somebody and you're feeling your whole soul was like, get away from them. That is your indication something's wrong with that one right there. All right. So I hope you guys took all those tips. If you did not, make sure that you go back and watch it again. Share it with somebody because somebody needs to know this information I just gave you. Have a happy weekend. Happy Friday and bye.